They won't tell you this, but I will. This is not a story. This is a weapon, forged in silence, sharpened by suffering. Stoicism. Not a word, a way to survive a world built to break you. It ruled for 480 years, from slaves to emperors, and it still lives, if you're strong enough to carry it. Meet Seneca, Rome's most famous philosopher, advisor to Nero. Yes, that Nero, the one who burned cities and forced Seneca to die in front of his own family, and Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who wrote the Meditations, while surrounded by war, disease, betrayal. They weren't interested in comfort. They were preparing for chaos. When you're anxious, people will say, "It'll be okay. Don't worry." Weak words. Stoics hated comfort lies. Hope? They called it a poison, because it lifts you, just to break you harder. Instead, they whispered something darker. It will be terrible. I might lose everything. They might betray me. I could fail, publicly, painfully, and yet I will survive it. Because strength isn't built from what you hope for. It's built from what you're willing to endure. What if it becomes too much? What if the burden breaks you? The Stoics had an answer most fear to speak aloud. If you always have the power to leave, then nothing owns you. Not fear, not fate, not even pain. And if all else failed, the Stoics reminded us, the door is always open. Not to glorify despair, but to reclaim control. To prepare for darkness, you must rehearse it. Wear rags. Sleep on the floor. Drink from a dog's bowl. Eat bread so stale it breaks teeth. And when you wake up, you'll realize something the weak never will. Almost nothing is needed for a happy life. Anger isn't strength, it's stupidity. The Stoics said, you get angry because you're naive. Rain doesn't anger you because you expect it. So expect betrayal, expect pain, expect fools, liars, thieves. Then you'll stop being surprised. And when nothing surprises you, nothing can break you. Seneca said, what need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. If you understand that, you won't just survive the world, you'll master it. Because pain is certain, but suffering, that's a choice. Let them break. You were made to endure.